Hello, everyone, and welcome to Connecting Consciousness, Illinois. I'm Stanley Smith. We had our first meeting of 2022 here in Illinois, and we went over some intentions and some things we could consider in the new year. And I think that's being mindful and being awake and being conscious and setting our intention to be empathetic and show compassion whenever and wherever we can. Um, I don't think it's from the Proust interview, one of their questions, but one question that comes to my mind years back is, whether you're a Beatles person or a Rolling Stone person. And when I was first asked that, I didn't really know what that meant, but I immediately said I was a Rolling Stone person. I'm not really into rock music or any kind of current popular culture, even though Beatles and Rolling Stones, of course, are not current. But one of my favorite lyrics from Rolling Stones is the idea that you don't always get what you want, but you get what you need. And I've gotten so many terrific ideas and initiatives and suggestions from our members. And one member, Jeff Moore, in the Evanston area, has been working on securing a speaker, Sister Keri, and we're going to have the pleasure of hearing her on Zoom this Wednesday, January the 6th at 7 p.m. And you're certainly welcome to join us there. I'll include my contact information to share an invite. And that's an example of, not always knowing what we need. And Sister Keri, I don't know a lot about her, but Jeff has made me more familiar with her. And she seems like a dynamic individual who's very passionate about so many different topics. But I really didn't know what she'd be speaking about on Wednesday. And I just wrote a filler blurb for our weekly invite and said that she'd be talking about emerging from the dark and into the light. And just moments before I sent the invite, Jeff sent me some copy and said that actually Sister Keri would be speaking about our constitutional rights in regard to the vaccine and the pandemic mandates. And to me, that was such a great example of sometimes you get what you need. And that this last couple of weeks, we've had so many inquiries from members with frustration and anxiety and issues revolving around the vaccine mandates in relationship to their job situation and their personal lives, and even navigating their lives, especially in the Cook County and Chicago area. And fortunately, Sister Keri will be speaking to that. So sometimes we do get what we need, we just don't always know it. I hope that we can all carry an openness and a willingness to discerning and identifying and being conscious to when things are breaking into our world that do fill a need that we might not have even been aware of. And I think this is such an important time of the year and such an important time in our lives and the world together to be open. Many people on the call on Saturday shared information about remedies for different ailments that could be helpful. But again, we need to be open to the idea that miraculous healing might be something we need to simply be open to. I think most of the advice given is given in the best intention, but it is essentially still chemical based. And my understanding with early medical history in the 1800s was, there was a tipping point there where we could either go chemical or electric. And those were two paths. They were not all the paths, but they were two paths that we could choose. And the pharmaceutical route is the route we're on. At the same time, about the time of the World's Fair, even electricity had two routes. We had the direct current and the alternating current, and we chose to go direct current. Again, maybe there are other options, but the alternating current, I think, is what Mr. Tesla was advocating for, and he somewhat lost out in that arena. But these other routes and different methods have always been out there. They're still out there, and there might be more. So again, let's not get too lost in the shuffle of the chemical medicine that we're in currently, and be open to the idea of other routes and maybe other miraculous remedies. So I don't know where those miraculous remedies are at the moment, but I think starting out with the premise that we don't always know what we need or what we want, and we don't always get it, but sometimes we get something better. And in the new year, I think we need to be open to the better. So Wherever you are in the state, I hope you are safe and secure and happy and awake, aware, and conscious. I invited everyone in the new year to join me in taking your first conscious breath and being aware that it is a conscious breath and doing that every day. Doesn't have to be when you first get up. It can be later in the day or even at the end of the day. And also to be heartened by the fact that in Connecting Consciousness Illinois and in the nation and in the world, we're simply not alone on our journey together. Our Saturday call here in Illinois is always Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. I will be in Atlanta for the next meeting, but I'll be happy to greet you remotely. We can discuss everything that's going on. Maybe we can have a follow-up on Sister Keri's presentation on Wednesday and talk about any other topics that are coming up in our local and regional area. I will include my email address in the description to share an invite, and I look forward to seeing you all very, very soon.